Hello, I'm Dee Brown CEO, and welcome to this episode of HBCU. Joining me on the panel today is Tambra Cheri from Jackson State University and Lynn Thomas from Florida A&M University. Ladies, welcome to HBCU. I'm glad to have y'all on the program.
Thank you.
Hey, just to get started, before we dig into your HBCU experience a little bit, Tambra, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you introduce yourself and just tell the viewers a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Awesome. Thank you for having me first and foremost. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
What you're doing with this platform. I absolutely do. I am Tambra Cheri, a full-time radio and television personality. I am currently based in Jackson, Mississippi. A lot of people call me the midday diva for 97.7, the beat of the capital. And I've been a radio personality since I actually interned in college, to be totally honest. I started in radio and television. I'm also a television personality as well. I'm a full-time host, author, entrepreneur. I can go on and on. It could be. I'm following the footsteps of you, Dee Brown.
Oh, Lord. Oh, that's a flattering compliment. So, Lynn Thomas, introduce yourself to the viewers and let us know what you do.
Yes, I am Lynn Thomas, and I'm an author, motivator, motivational speaker, entrepreneur. I have my own 501c3 organization called Fill My Cup Ministries. I'm also work in Kingdom Corporate is what we call it, at the Potter's House as a senior accounting coordinator in Jacksonville.
Okay.
Jacksonville, not Dallas, Texas.
I got you.
So I work in my field of study.
Okay, all right. So let's just jump right into it, ladies. So Tambra, you attended the Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi. How did you end up selecting Jackson State?
Well, to be totally honest with you, I grew up on Jackson State. I really did. At one point, my grandfather, he was the interim athletic director at Jackson State University, and he was like the ticket manager. So I was a very young girl growing up at Jackson State on campus. I probably was 9 or 10 years old, to be honest.
Wow.
So my family went to Jackson State. My mom, my dad. It's a tradition. I almost broke that tradition. I will be very honest with you. I had another scholarship to Texas Southern University. But I always knew I was going to a SWAC school because my father, he was actually a SWAC referee, the one with the white hat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was a SWAC referee. So I grew up in the SWAC.
Right. So most people that follow me know that I spent 1 year at Alcorn State University and then transferred to the University of Memphis. But I was dual enrolled at Jackson State University.
Oh.
I wasn't through the registrar's office though. I was unofficially.
Now I understand. Okay.
So
now I understand.
I think I spent just as much time at Jackson State as I did the other two colleges I attended in undergrad.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So Lynn, tell me about Florida A&M University. How did you select Florida A&M?
Actually, Florida A&M selected me.
Okay.
When I was in 9th grade, I moved from Michigan to Tennessee, and we were on a different grading point scale system. And I'm someone that don't like taking tests. After an hour and a half in a testing, I'm ABC, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah.
And so I didn't do well with testing. And they labeled me in high school as being remedial.
Okay.
And so I had to prove to them that there was nothing remedial about me.
Right.
A test score does not determine who I am, and neither does the school system. Right. I do, you know?
Right.
And so I had a guidance counselor there, Miss Jones, who recognized that I can do school. Give me the bookwork.
Yeah.
I do the bookwork, but don't sit me in a 3-hour test. I'm not going to do well.
Right.
Okay. So my ACT score, my SAT score was not high enough for me to even go to a university.
Right.
You know? And she found that the school never heard of the Florida Agricultural Mechanical University ever. Never heard of it. But she said, I guarantee you, they will give you an opportunity. I finished high school on a Friday night, walked across the stage, and I started school on that Monday. first time ever going to Florida A&M on a program where if I came in the summertime, did well 2 semesters, I can go to any school within the program that I selected. So that meant I had to work hard.
Right.
I got there, I graduated on a Friday, was there at FAM on that Monday, didn't know anything about the school, and that school selected me and gave me an opportunity that I would never forget. I went there, did well underneath Dr. Sybil Mobley Business School. We were always second behind Harvard. 1 year we beat Harvard, but I finished there in the School of Business and Industry and minored in accounting.
Wow.
So FAMU chose me, and I'm forever indebted to them.
Well, you're making a very interesting point, because if you follow the statistics, people of color, I think there's more than 50% score below college readiness on the standardized test. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the reasons that I think HBCUs play such a critical role in our communities, because the other schools don't offer that opportunity to say you're more than just
a test score.
Yeah. That you still deserve the opportunity to be more in life. And so, and HBCUs have filled that role for us since before the Civil War. And then at one point, it was the only route to higher education that we had. For us, right? So for you to tell that story, I think is very important for our viewers to hear. But Tambra, I'm gonna pivot back to you. I know you are a lifelong Tiger, I now know. But I do want to take a step back in time and just talk about the day that you enrolled full time at Jackson State University, and your freshman year of college. What was it like?
Oh my goodness! Exciting for me. It was just super exciting because it was a family tradition. So of course I made my grandparents proud. I made my parents proud, my sisters, my family. So for me, it was super exciting. And I felt like this is where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
Like when you're finally enrolled in school and you're here, this is where I'm supposed to be. So I was very excited. And I was surrounded by, to me, it felt like family. Friends that I had gone to school with throughout the years. It felt like family. And I think when you're at an HBCU, that's what it feels like.
Right.
It feels like family.
Yes, absolutely. And having gone to a PWI, University of Memphis, and had the experience at Alcorn, it's as different as night and day from that perspective. You go from being more of in my opinion, from being a small community to being more of just a number. You're there, but to me, I just didn't exist like I did at Alcorn State University. So talk to me about your freshman year at Florida A&M University. What was it like?
Nothing was electronic, so we had to do everything on paper, stand in line. I'm sure you know about that, standing in line, trying to get registered for classes. But it was an awesome experience my freshman year, because I met long-lasting relationships with my teachers that I'm still they still mentoring me to this day. And, it was a family. It was culture shock coming from a high school where we were the minority and then going to an HBCU, and I'm looking at all shapes, size, colors, and we're just doing the doggone thing, you know? So I felt at home. First time seeing the Marching 100, freshman year.
That brings me to another question. Who has the best band? Is it the Marching 100 or the Sonic Boom of the South?
It's the Marching 100.
Imagine us starting
Don't play.
with the Sonic Boom of the South, honey.
It's always going to be that rivalry. We both do it well, though. We do it well.
Hey, as an impartial judge, I would say you both do it well.
We do.
You both do it well.
What? You're going to go with the easy answer.
Right.
Keep the peace.
Right. I want both of y'all to answer the phone after we leave.
Right.
So, talk to me about homecoming at Jackson State. What is it like?
It's amazing. And I'm telling you, the fact that I feel like I grew up I was going to homecoming when I was 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, I just remember the sonic boom of the South. Like, it's not only, to me, when you think of Jackson, Mississippi, you think of Jackson State University.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's what you think of, because it's the culture. It's a part of the city.
Right.
So just the homecoming experience, it is an experience. It feels like a huge family reunion. That's what it feels like. And now, it's huge. We had tailgating.
Right.
It's so many activities just surrounded by homecoming. Yeah. And I've been to a lot of homecomings now, and I still feel like there is not a homecoming like Jackson State University. I still feel that way.
So it's the greatest homecoming on earth.
I don't know about that. Could encourage me.
You have to be there. It's a feeling that you get when you're actually there.
I think Lynn is actually agreeing with you. Are you?
No. She must not have been to Florida A&M homecoming.
Oh,
I haven't been to Florida A&M just yet.
Okay.
She said the Rattlers doing it bigger.
Oh yes.
So tell me about it.
Homecoming is awesome. Just everything that she's just said, with the tailgating, with just a big family reunion. What my highlight was hearing the late Dr. Frederick Humphreys doing his introduction and getting us ready for the crowd and going at it. I have those memories, and then ending the homecoming with our College of Love and Charity. Just singing it. It's just a harmonious time together where you're having fun.
Right.
You're just having fun, and you with family. People that you don't even know. Everybody hugging, taking pictures, It's just great. The food. Okay, the food, right? The food, the vendors. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So are there any teachers, Tambra, at Jackson State or staff or whoever that impacted your life while you were there?
I would have to say yes, and you're probably not going to believe this, but one of the class that I did not like the most at Jackson State, and I would honestly say it was Dr. Anthony, and the class was public speaking.
What?
Wow.
I did not like public speaking whatsoever. No, I did not. And she would always push me to go first.
Yeah.
She would always push me in front of the class. And I would be like, why is she picking on me out of all people? But now she was actually a reporter herself.
She found your gift. She discovered your gift.
Maybe she saw something in me that I did not even see yet.
Right.
She had to, because I did not like that class.
Now you're probably teaching the class.
Yes. The irony of how that works. But she pushed me out of my comfort zone.
Right.
Yeah.
So I appreciate her for that. And I always remember that, because now, I love to talk. I love people. I talk for a living now.
Right.
And that is the one class that I never thought, I did not like it. And I felt like she just kept pushing me to go for it. And she did. She really did. But that goes to show you, some teachers can see some things that you have not even seen in yourself yet.
Right.
And they push you towards your purpose.
And that's interesting, because when I was younger, high school and college, I was shy, like really shy. And I discovered later in life that if money was tied to it, I liked talking.
Okay.
And so, and I think I used that as the vehicle to get myself out of that, out of my comfort zone.
Right.
And now I don't care if it's 1,000 people or 100,000 people. I'm looking for the microphone. So it's different. But what about you? I want to ask you about who left an impression on you.
Della Daniels. She was actually one of the reading teachers there. In Florida, you have to pass the class exam, okay? You can go to all your classes, be ready to get your degree, but if you didn't pass this class exam, you would not get a degree. So here I am, faced again testing, and she explained to me the importance of why I need to do what I need to do. She worked with me and passed the class and have any problems getting my degree. We're still close to, she was like a mother away, from me being from my mother. Right. She actually, this is my first book right here. And she actually wrote the foreword of my first book, In Spite of Life, ... I laugh. So she means a lot to me. Means a lot. That's and then nice. Michael James, he was in registrar. So we know about the registrar. We want to be friends with them.
Right.
I was like, I intern for you because I need my classes.
Hey, registrar and financial aid.
Right. So I interned with
cafeteria.
Yep, right. Oh, come on. So yeah, Michael James and Della Daniels really impacted my life there.
Wow. So Tambra, what projects do you have going right now?
Right now, honestly, something I'm super excited about, and I think I've been excited about it for a while now. Not too long ago, I actually released my very first. I'm the person that likes to make tea. I love herbs. Yeah. So that's why I said that entrepreneurship in me.
Right.
I just released my very first favorite immunity tea, and I've actually been taking this tea for like the past 5 years, to be honest, but I was only making it for myself because I talk for a living, and I didn't have a backup person at the station for me. So I was always at work. I could not get sick. I couldn't afford to get sick. So I always used to drink tea and make herbs just to keep my immune system just boosted up and keep me healthy. But when the pandemic hit, I actually started making tea for other people. Wow. That's when I became the person that people called me to get tea from and to make tea to make sure they were not getting sick. Because to be honest, I don't know if I need to knock on wood, but I still thank God I've never had COVID. I haven't had a cold or the flu in years.
Wow.
And I thank God for that. But I make sure I keep my immune system boosted.
Yeah, that's important. That's important.
Yes.
I actually use.
That's one project that I'm super proud of. Of course, it's available on my website. I have it in 2 stores right now. I'm working on getting it in more stores in more states. So I'm super excited about that. Of course, I continue to host events throughout the country. I have events coming up. I just did another television show last week that's with some different personalities and on-air personalities about entertainment news. But I love entertainment, Dee, to be honest with you. I love it. I love everything that I'm doing.
That's great. And Lynn, I know that you run a unique ministry. A lot of time when people think about ministries, they think about someone just, in the pulpit preaching.
Right.
But you run actually a unique ministry that is fulfilling, I think, a very critical role in our community. So tell me about that. Yep,
that's Fill My Cup Bookmobile, where we go into the community. We promote the importance of literacy. We serve ages 2 through 12. If you don't know this, by like the third, when they're in the 3rd grade, they have a testing that they take. Right. And do you know they use that test to determine how many prisons that they need to build?
Yeah.
From that age group. So I wanted to get in the community to make sure that children knew that that's not the route for them, that they can do and be whatever they want to be in life. And one thing about it is you have to know how to read. The more you read, the more you will succeed. You have to be able to comprehend. So we go with our bookmobile, we give out books, we encourage literacy, reading, and enjoying the reading aspect of it.
So Tambra, tell me how Jackson State University, your time spent there, your education there, how has it contributed to your success?
Oh my goodness. I think Jackson State University prepared me for the entertainment industry, to be honest. I think it molded me into the person I am, and it taught me how to deal with different types of personalities and people. Because in Jackson State, I met so many people from Chicago. My program director is actually from Chicago. He went to Jackson State University. And I just met so many different people, deal with so many different personalities. And if you know the entertainment industry, you have to have some tough skin.
Right.
You can't be too sensitive in the entertainment industry. I think Jackson State prepared me for all of that. It helped me get ready for my career.
Right, which is, ironically, that's the theme song, isn't it?
Yes, we're going to have to get ready at the I Love, okay?
That's right. So what about FAMU? How did it prepare you for success?
prepared me for business and to handle business and to know that there is more than just business people in the business world, and being able to effectively communicate to get your ideas out there. So that happened with the School of Business and Industry under Dr. Mobley. She was awesome. She did not play any games. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we had to dress up in our suits. We had to interview Fortune 500 companies, do receptions. So it built a confidence in knowing that I too can be in this business world and be successful. Right. So I appreciate my school choosing me.
Absolutely.
And now I'm doing the thing that I'm called and purposed to do.
So Tambra, I can't let this show go down without acknowledging that you are a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So talk to me about Greek life at Jackson State University.
I would honestly have to say I think that was one of the most memorable moments at Jackson State University, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. You connect with people that you are still friends and sisters with today.
Right.
You know, my business partner is my line sister.
Wow.
One of my business partners is my line sister that I met in college. So those relationships continue to go on, and it becomes a support system.
Right.
And people have to realize that, you know, people you meet in college, you meet those lifetime relationships.
Right.
And they're important. They're important in business. They're important in your personal relationships. You depend on them for various things, and we help each other. That's the beauty of it. We help each other, and we know how to help each other in business. It goes beyond our personal life.
Right.
But Greek life at Jackson State, it was amazing. I'm still involved. I'll go back and host a Greek show in a minute. I still love it. I still love it. And the giving back part of it, just going out in the community. I still love it. And it's a part of what I do every day in my job too. It prepared me for my job and what I do at the station and what I do with our guys at the station. So it's just amazing. It's an amazing experience. And I'm just honored to have had that experience prepare me for so much in my life. Right,
right. So, Lynn, you are a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
That's right.
Talk to me about Greek life at FAMU.
It was an amazing experience. It truly was. It teaches you perseverance while you going through the process. Yeah. It teaches you how to work as a team. It teaches you how you are joining something bigger than yourself. So that means some stuff you have to, what's good and greater and better for the organization maybe not be what you want, but what is bigger and greater. And that has helped with perspective in going into business. Oh, also putting it on your resume and you getting interviews, getting jobs just because you're part of an organization. And the whole Divine Nine working together and just being able to be a community within a community, serving and doing those things that we are, each organization is purposed to do. It's amazing. Had a wonderful time.
That's great.
Had a wonderful time.
Well, and I got to take my lick. I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. I say it every chance I get.
Yes.
And so just to piggyback on what you all said, fraternities and sororities, they do build relationships that extend beyond the social aspects.
Yes.
Within my business, I can't begin to tell you how many relationships we have formed through being fraternity brothers. And even when we encounter members of other fraternities, there's still this common bond. And so, and then you have the social impact of the community service component, that you're able to go into communities and give back and make a difference. And so all of those elements make being a member of a fraternity or sorority, regardless of which direction you choose, make it a beautiful thing. So ladies, I want to thank both of you from the bottom of my heart for being on the show. And I want to acknowledge that you all have, through your careers and your success, really highlighted historically Black colleges and universities. And because of your continued commitment to advancing HBCUs, I'm going to present both of you ladies, and Tambra, I have yours here and we'll mail it to you, with the HBCU Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
that is so nice.
We got to know ASAP. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you all so much for being on the show. I really appreciate both of you. And to my viewers, thank you for watching this episode of HBCU. And remember, without you, there's no me.